So hello guys and welcome back to my channel, and today we will be creating this trending burger animation effect inside After Effects. So let's get started with the tutorial. I'm here inside the After Effects and I've already created the comp. So right now I will create a new solid layer and let's name it to background. My comp ratio is 1080 by 1080. Okay, so let's search for gradient ramp and drag and drop it into our background layer, and let's change it to radial ramp, and let's adjust the position of our ramp, and I'm going with something yellow and orange tone for my background. Okay, so I think this color looks good. Also, I have this wooden table PNG, so I will just drag and drop it and into my comp, and then adjust the scale and the position of it. All the assets will be provided in my description, so make sure to check it out and download this and follow this tutorial. Okay, let's add curves effect and let's adjust its settings. Okay, let's select both the layer and let's lock the layer. So this is my burger image that I will be using it. So let's just drag and drop it. Okay, as you can see that there's a white part in the bottom of the layer, the image. So I'll be removing that here. You can also do it in Photoshop, but I will be doing it in here. So first I will duplicate my layer thrice, and then I will start masking out each object or each part of my burger. So let's start with the masking with the pen tool. Okay, let's mask out the white part. And then we will be repeating this process for all the parts of the burger. I will just fast forward this method. Okay, so now once you're done with the masking, let's see. Now it's time for our animation part. So let's adjust the position of our burger image. Let's adjust the scale. I think it's looking too small. And then we adjust the position of our burger. Alright, cool. So now we are done with this part. Now let's create a new solid layer and let's name it shadow, because it's not looking realistic yet. So I need to in order to give it a depth. So with the help of ellipse tool, I will create a mask and then just feather it out and play with the mask expansion properties also. And let's drag it below our burger layer. Now select all the image layer at once, and let's move few frames forward and hit the position keyframe. And let's get back to our first keyframe, and since I want my image to fall from the top, so I will be animating it accordingly. So let's start the animation. And also make sure to enable the motion blur. Now let's offset the timing of each layer so that it comes one by one. and select all the keyframes, hit F9 and under the speed graph we will smooth out the animation. Alright, it's time to preview it. Okay, so now let's animate our shadow too. We will play with again the expansion and the opacity of our shadow of our mask path that we created. Okay, looks good now. So the next asset that I will be dropping is I downloaded this hanging bulb. So let's drag and drop it and adjust its scale and position. And let's change our blending mode to screen. And then I will drag it below my shadow layer, because the burger is the main highlight for my video right now. Okay, so let's animate our light. So we will hit position and right click and edit dimensions, and then we will hit alt click on Y position and then let's type in the expression. Also let's animate our opacity. Hit alt click and type in the expression wiggle 20,60. Okay, I think it's a little too much, so let's reduce it. Okay, it looks good to me now. Now let's add our text. And let's choose our color red. So let's add our first text, classic, and I will increase the size. And let's align it in the center and duplicate it, and let's type in our next text, burger. And let's select both the layer and drag and drop it below the wooden table layer. Let's trim it down since we don't want our text animation to be from the starting, because we will be animating it. So this is the footage that I'll be using it for my text preview. So let's adjust its scale and position properties. All these assets will be available in my description. Don't forget to download these assets and follow along with this tutorial. Let's change the blending mode to screen. Okay, so select the text layer and under effects and panel, I will drag and drop linear Y. Let's change our wipe angle to -90° and hit keyframe for our transition completion. And also let's feather it out around 20 pixels. Move few frames forward and hit create the keyframe again. And move to the first keyframe and let's make the transition completion to 100. And then copy this linear wipe effect and paste it on our classic layer too. Okay, so now let's animate our burger text layer. So I will animate it with the wiggle property, rotation. Let's scale it up. And also I will be changing the color. Let's change its color to white. Okay, let's preview it. Now we will create a new null object and then select all the image layer, that's our burger layer, and parent it to our null layer. Now create a keyframe position And let's move few frames forward, and then I will animate the position, and also I will be animating the scale properties for this. Now open the burger image position properties, create a keyframe, and then we will start animating the position again. Okay, so let's preview it. I think the scale property is not looking good, so I will just delete it for now. Okay, let's adjust the position again. Okay, now it's looking good. Let's copy the keyframe and paste it because I wanted to hold this animation for a few seconds. And then I will copy my first keyframe that I created and then paste it so that it gets back to this original position. Then in the null layer, I will create the keyframe and then copy the first keyframe position and then paste it so that it gets back to its original position, which it was, that is on the table. I know it's very confusing, but that's how it needs to be done. Okay, also that I have a fire asset that I downloaded it, but I won't be able to share this video, this asset. Just drag and drop it and change the blending mode to, let's say, screen, and I adjust the position. Alright, let's preview it. So our animation part is almost done. Let's animate the end part, which I want. So I'm just deleting the frame of my image one by one. Let's delete my shadow layer too. Also, let's animate the shadow now, because when the burger is going up again, the shadow is still there. So I want to animate its opacity to make it look more real. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and learned something new. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for daily contents like this.